Oh, right. Here we go on another Thursday. Welcome to Small Talk. Thank you for making us part of your day. Joined by Chris Badfish and Dean the Dream. Thank you for joining us again. That's 2 weeks in a row. Guys, how are we doing?
I'm doing good, man. Happy to be back. Got a few silly new pickups. GameStop. Actually, it's called EB Games again here in Canada. They've been
Oh
getting the
wow.
new they've been getting the new stuff in. My local one hasn't changed the sign yet, but they put like a sticker sign on the door that says EB Games. They haven't changed the big one yet though.
Ooh,
But
nice.
yeah, they've
So
had
weird.
some new stuff.
Dude, I used to love EV games. I mean, GameStop is essentially the same fucking thing, but yeah, I went
Not
to GameStop
anymore.
today too. They were stacked. They're full of shit that I wanted to buy, but I was already there to spend $200, and I was like, I'm not trying to spend another fucking $200.
Yeah.
But
GameStop
the
has
Black
a
Series
ton
was
of stuff,
full.
man. Dude, they
There was
have so
Final
many,
Fantasy cards.
and they have those anime. Like they have a whole anime section now.
Yeah.
They have like all those Joy Toy and stuff like that. You don't get a lot of like 40K. Unfortunately, I've seen like one. or
There's
two.
Joy Toy of yours? Holy
Dude, it's
shit.
crazy.
They don't
Yeah.
have that at mine.
And then they have a used anime section of used anime novels.
Ew.
It's freaking weird, dude.
I
And
would
then
not
they
be
have,
buying
like-
used anime novels.
And then they have Minecraft, like the Minecraft soap for some reason. It's fucking the most
Dude,
random shit.
yeah, I noticed
But
that
tons
used
of
anime
it.
section. The used anime section at my local one, they're all $5. They're plastic wrapped, and they've all been there for the several months that the section has been open.
They're-
Not one has been purchased. But
They're all in good shape though, yeah. Like it's from what I saw. What up, Fern? Yeah, but there's honestly like
What's up, guys?
it's GameStop has so much stuff, it's crazy. They're just stacked with stuff and
dude, they actually got new Jazzwares Halo in. They got the red versus blue like 1-to-1 helmets.
the hell
like, I was-
they've had those
yeah.
helmets at mine for a couple weeks now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that was a good move making those because the green one hung around for a long time and it's even that is pretty great. So like I don't know if you need like a red and a blue of the same mold, but I want the new figures. They don't seem to be stocking those, but
Yeah.
there's a few new things for their World of Halo line, even though it's almost come to a stop.
They've got a Black Series Sebulba there. I keep looking at. I'm like,
They had a few Black Series figures I wanted to get.
yeah, dude.
And
They're-
then-
they're not bad for the stock. Of stuff.
I've also gotten really into I mean, I was into it before, but now I'm like, I should buy the figures for it. As Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Fucking love Five Nights at Freddy's. And like me and my sister will just like watch playthroughs of like all the games. Like that's what we do when we eat dinner. We're like, let's watch Five Nights at Freddy's. And then like
There
the
was-
movie is really good and the sequel's coming out, which I'm really excited for. And anyway, GameStop had a bunch of those and they were like marked down to like $10 each instead of like 15 or 20. And I was like, fuck. And I was like,
Jason.
it's like another like 30, $40 I'm about to drop.
They just did a crossover with Dying Light, and it helped them reach their. After that game has been out for like
Yeah.
years and years, it broke their concurrent player count
to
by like
be
a
Freddy
significant amount. Yeah,
and Springtrap. Yeah. Dude, if you haven't gotten into Five Nights at Freddy's, like, even if you just watch the movie's so good because it sticks to the story. The lore, Five Nights at Freddy's is amazing lore. I love it. It's so good.
I've never given it a shot. Yeah,
Oh, dude, check it out. The movie, I believe it's on Peacock. I think they're the ones that did it.
Isn't it like a horror game?
Yeah, it's a horror game. There's so many games, but I think officially there's like 4 or 5, but there's like 20 games because like the guy who created it like lets people do fan games like without
there's
suing them.
spin-offs basically. Yeah.
And yeah, and so like we watch all that stuff at night, and then when Dead by Daylight came out, we're like, let's watch some gameplay. So we're watching it. And
Dude, that game, those two games, the first and the second, are so fun. they're such fun co-op games.
Yeah, I
Because-
feel like you have
so
to
good.
play with friends. Like if you're playing with randoms, I feel like it's probably not that fun.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I played through the whole campaign with my friend in the first one, and then the second one we played like 70%, and then I finished the last bit myself because he fell off the face of the earth, sort of thing. But
I know what that's like.
yeah,
Yeah, but I kind of wish GameStop would go, like switch back to EV games, but
dude, that's
here,
what Chris was
just
saying.
the
They
name
should've went
alone,
to
I feel like.
they should have just changed it to electronic boutique, like full on. But
Yeah,
why
gone
go
full
back
crazy.
to EV games? Because they spend all the money. I was saying this to like buy new signs that they had like custom made. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're like the 3D-ish light up
Yeah.
signs at a lot of the stores.
It's a good point, Badfish, but it wasn't them that did it. They're a separate entity now. That's so like
Yeah, I
these
was gonna
guys,
say,
they
it's,
want.
it's their own thing now. Right?
Yeah.
What up, Equan?
Didn't
Hard
they?
to make.
Didn't they also have a EB Toys or something like that?
Not
I
I don't
here.
think
Toys?
so.
No, that was KB Toys.
KB Toys. I was
KB
thinking of
Toys,
KB
there you
KB
go.
Toys was the shit. I
That's-
fucking loved KB Toys. I would much rather go to there than like Toys R Us or any toy store.
Really?
KB
Yeah,
Toys always
KB
reminds me of
Toys
those.
was awesome.
They have those
I
little
still remember-
little toys out front with the little puppies that spin and jump
Yeah.
around.
Right in their
They
window.
have little
and stuff.
demos, yeah.
Dude, when it comes to like the vintage Star Wars collecting, dudes, like KB Toys is known for like at the 11th hour in like the late 80s, a few KB Toys got the UK version of Yak Face, which is now like on the worst of the two card backs you can get him on is like a $4,000 carded figure, and he was clearance at KB Toys for like $1.99 and
Wow.
sometime in like 87 or 86. So if you guys remember scooping that up. But,
Crazy.
yeah, man.
Dean, how often do you go to North Star Mall?
Maybe like once a year.
Maybe once a year.
Not often
I
at all.
feel like the last time I went there was a Suncoast in there.
At North Star?
I think so.
Wow.
I need to look it up. But I remember
don't
like
think-
walking around there just because like I never go to North Star. We never went to North
Yeah.
Star, you know. And I walked in there and I was like, "There's a Suncoast still." I mean, this
It
was
might have been
always-
something like it, but I don't know if it would. I don't know if a Suncoast survived to the current decade or not.
Yeah, because I always remember North Star Mall is like the biggest and most like easy to access mall in San Antonio. Because there's like Rolling Oaks Mall that's like dead. There's like
Right.
18 stores in it. And then there's what's the one over off 410 and
Wonderland.
no, a little further down. It's a big mall, but it's also like kind of empty.
Ingram,
Ingram Park Mall. And then there's South Park Mall that like
South Park.
just
Yeah,
like
you
no
know,
one goes to.
I had to go there under like a big emergency to look for
Yeah.
to look for a birthday gift. I
That's
was
the only
"Man,
time you
I
go
don't
to the
wanna
South
be
Park Mall."
here.
As
I
if
don't
it's an
wanna be
emergency.
here."
And then there's the mall at the downtown at the River Center.
Right, River Center Mall.
And
And then
I
La
always
Cantera, but that's like kind of
yeah, that's more of like if like you took a mall out of California and put it here.
yeah. Yep.
But I always felt like North Star Mall didn't have the good stores. All the good stores were in all the other malls. Like,
Yeah.
why the fuck is this in South Park Mall? That should be in North Star Mall. Or like Suncoast was all. If I wanted to go to Suncoast, I had to go to River Center.
Dude,
So
I
if there's a
couldn't help myself.
Suncoast here, that'd be fucking wild.
There appears to be one in Ohio, but it's operated by FYE. I guess they bought the
Yeah.
company at some point. Yeah. I don't think there's many left.
It's funny that you mentioned that mall that you only go in emergencies because we have a mall like that here in our town, where it's like it's almost like going to Taco Bell and like it seems like a good idea, but then after you leave, you're like, yeah, that wasn't a good idea.
So, you know, my wife is one of those people who likes to be surprised and stuff. So, like, I had to be sneaky about how I get gifts and things like that, right? So, I'm literally slammed for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. I don't have any time to get out, right? Even on a weekend, we're with the family and things like that. And she's like, I don't know what I want. I don't know. I was like, okay, well, tell me, let me know. Came to the week of, I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to get out and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go pick up some cards or a figure from somebody over here on this side of town, you know? Don't even have that kind of time, right? Well, I had a tournament in the area of this mall, South Park Mall, right? And I was lucky enough that family was in town and I needed to be somewhere right after it. So one of my teacher chaperones took the kids back home to the school and I left from the tournament, right? So I go into South Park Mall and I'm like, okay, where's the least sketchiest place to get in here? I think there's a Chili's attached to it or something like that. I was like, let me go through this way. But the place I had to go to was like right dead center, right in the middle of like where the food court is and stuff. I was like, I want to be out of here. I want to be out of here. Man, you always hear about something happening there. North Star Mall used to be good. Think
Yes.
Geek was, Think Geek, Disney
Dude,
Store.
Think Geek was the shit.
GameStop.
FYE.
Yep.
FYE is
Now
There are people
okay.
getting shanked at this mall. Like, what's so bad about
it's
this?
bad.
Yeah.
It's like, it's bad.
Yeah, your car will get stolen. They'll break into it.
Casual. Nothing. crazy.
God damn.
Yeah.
The shitty mall here just doesn't have a good food court.
Yeah, but here they steal your car out of your driveway. That's the difference. Yeah.
That happened to
Well, that happens
my
everywhere.
sister-in-law's sister-in-law on the other
That happened
side of
to-
the family, right?
That happened to us, and God, I must have been 5 or 6.
Certain
This
cars
just
are
happened like
tar-
2 days ago,
are
apparently.
targeted, right?
Shit. Yeah, we woke up to go to school, and I like walked outside, and
was
the
gone.
only thing left of our Suburban was you know how back in the day, cars had like windows that you would pop open to get fresh air in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like most old cars didn't have AC. It was just the handle to that window was on the ground.
Oy. So apparently, what happened for it's my sister-in-law. So her brother or her husband, and it's his sister. I guess left her keys in the car. Right, they pull up to the house, leaves the keys in the car, makes it seem like she wasn't gone for a long time. Right, goes back out to get something, and it's gone. Right, so she's a teacher. Right, so they're trying to figure it out. Well, whatever car she has, the app that comes with it from the dealership has like a tracking thing on it. So she was able to call the police, track it, and find it. And by the time the police were chasing the car down, these kids crash it. Turns out these kids are the same kids that go to the school she teaches at.
Oh,
So funny
Yeah.
thing, she probably knew him.
Never leave anything in visible spot of your car, because
Nope.
my friend had anyone I know who's like done that, their car's been robbed, or like my neighbor, she forgot to lock her car, and they just apparently were going around checking to see if they could open it,
Yep.
and they stole her her there's like a GPS thing or something in there, basically. But anything, my friend had a bag of CDs and they stole his backpack with CDs in it. Like anything, even if it's not valuable, just don't leave it in your car.
I've told this story before, but I got because I used to DJ professionally, and my car got broken into. They stole all my DJ equipment, but I got it all back, and they're in jail.
Nice. So there was one time I was coming back from
Back to
Heroes and
Dean.
Fantasies, the comic store I used to work at, and my wife was like, "Hey, go pick us up some food on your way." And I was like, "Okay." So she said she wanted Bubba's, right? It's like this burger bar kind of place, you know, bar foods, things like that. So she so I go to pick that up. I sit there and I'm having a beer, waiting for our food, stuff like that. And then I go out to the truck. I put my stuff in. I leave, right? I leave. And the whole time I'm driving, I'm like, why are my blinker arrows just like flipping out, right? I go, my lights must be out, right? So I'm driving home, and I get home 15, 20 minutes later, and I leave my car running. I go to look at my front lights. Front lights are good. I go to the back. Gone. They took my tail lights from
Fucking
my vehicle.
assholes.
And I call the police just to do the report, things like that. They go, more than likely they're probably gone. Just try to claim it on insurance, things like that. And I'm like, they go, this is odd though. You're calling us for the tail lights, right? I go, yes, sir. And they're like, why is the tailgate still here? I go, I don't know. He goes,
Yeah, usually
because
it's all
in most cases, they said they also take the tailgate. So they think someone either scared them away or something.
Yeah, do you have a
But-
backup camera?
On that one, I didn't.
Oh, that might be why. But yeah, usually it's all three. Yeah, it's because it takes all of 6 seconds to take off a tailgate.
Mm-hmm.
There's just like little tabs you push in and it unlocks, and then you don't
the
even
whole
need
thing.
tools. Yeah, and then they
Right.
just snip the wire for the backup camera.
Well,
And then the
Hold on.
taillights are 2
Hold on,
bolts
say that
each.
again. Let me write it down.
Yeah, it's
done.
super quick.
It's on YouTube.
Catch it on the replay.
God. All right, guys. Anybody else? How have things been? Badfish, Equan.
Just hot as fuck here.
Oh no,
That's
it's just
been
hot.
What's hot? What's hot for y'all?
It was like
weather?
100. Let me see.
Dude, I went outside today and I instantly got in a bad mood.
It was 113.
Yeah.
The one, 113 the one day, I guess. with,
113.
Dang.
it's hot as
Jesus.
fuck. That's with
Well,
That
the,
seems excessive.
About a month ago, we were hotter than hotter than the desert or something like that.
Yeah, it was hotter than
The Sahara or something like that.
yeah, some shit like
Hotter than the
that.
devil's dick.
yeah,
Jeez, you must have been
It was-
there.
too
Dude.
hot.
It was so hot. And my wife made me go to like a beer garden or like a thing in a cemetery graveyard today, which I was like suffering the entire time, sitting on some like Irish guy's grave while I'm drinking wine, and I'm like, why am I here? I'm like melting under the sun.
These Philly,
Should have been drinking beer on some Irish guy.
these Philly events in graveyards.
They're all in.
weird.
I keep going to graveyards
Fucking
for
weird.
events. I even went to
Well-
a children's party in a graveyard.
Oh my
It's so
God.
crazy.
Why?
And I don't know. They always just host events there.
Is it
and,
like a Day of the Dead kind of thing?
Okay,
No,
so
it's just like the
is it
community
a
center.
historical cemetery? Like
I
they don't bury
believe it
people there
is.
anymore?
Yeah, they don't bury people anymore. It's all
See, that
people
makes
from
more
like
sense.
the
Hundreds of years
1800s. It's
ago.
like old. Yeah, it's like old people.
And
like,
what are you doing
it's
in
a-
Philly?
I
Where he
live
lives.
here.
I thought you lived in California. What the fuck?
No, I haven't lived there
Wrong coast.
in about 10 years, man.
Jesus, I'm a
Yeah.
Dean fell asleep. He missed it.
Yeah, that's how I was able to meet up with Mark in real life.
That's right. For some reason, I don't know why I thought you lived in California. Because I was
No.
talking to you the other day when I was having my foot problems, and I was like, I feel like we talked about it, but I'm an idiot.
No, it's all right. I'll forgive you.
I mean,
But-
some people still think I live in Arizona. I only lived there for a year.
Where do you live now?
I moved back to California.
He's
got the flag right
He's
there.
got the
That's
flag.
Yeah, he's got
Oh,
the
yeah.
California flag.
I see the Labubu. That flag.
Yeah, you know what? I got one thing to say about that Labubu, Fern. We're starting a new series on the Small Talk Instagram, just listing things that are cooler than Labubus. And our first one
First one.
is the Darth Vader TIE fighter that's coming out, and he's standing on top of that, and that's better than a Labubu. And we're just trying to bring it back to like why we're all actually here, collecting cool figures, not
Is that
little
right?
stuff.
Is that 3 3/4?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
we're-
Now I see guys in wearing those backpack straps across their chest
Uh-huh.
with Labubus. I'm like, I didn't see either of those, but now I
I
see
just
them on
bought
the
a
street
backpack strap.
everywhere. I'm
That's
like, oh,
Sean.
we're
taking
you
it to
see- you saw
Vegas.
Sean.
No,
my-
definitely was not me.
I don't know.
I don't need
When I
to
just
put
look at
something
them,
else.
I'm like, oh my god, what has happened to this society?
absolutely right, Equan. And let's give you everyone a preview of our second item that's better than collecting Labubus.
Oh my god.
That's amazing.
Just be
I don't know
closeted.
about that.
Don't flash them.
So the only thing I really have going on right now, nothing super crazy. I'm on summer break, but I had a swap meet over the weekend. Didn't do good at all. I'm sorry, man, what am I saying? Did not do well at all, right? Sat there, had a bunch of beers, ran into Rainer, ran into Chuck, some other guys that I know too.
You're
and just kinda
drinking at
sat there.
swap meets? We're doing
Yeah,
it
man,
wrong
it's at
here.
bars. This is at a bar. So
Okay.
it's in a bar, and
Yeah,
I was just kind
the
of chilling, hanging out. But it kind of hit me too. I was like, you know what? I might want to try to do this on a little bit more of a, not necessarily professional scale, but like side hustle hobby kind of scale. So I created a whole spreadsheet, like something like that, right? So I created an inventory and I created a sales page and things like that so I could track everything. And I listed a decent amount of Pokemon cards. I have one figure on there's this one. I found this at on sale. So I'm seeing if I can make any money off of it. Just the Bath figure alone is like $18, right?
Do you guys have a place like comparable to Frank and Sons in Texas, where it's like it's like an antique mall, but it's like crazy on the weekends and full of collectibles?
Not really.
I don't know about Houston or Dallas, but not in Austin
Not
or
that I
San
know
Antonio.
of. I think
Fern,
like,
you've
the
been there, right?
closest thing.
Frankenstein? I have not.
Yeah.
I've never.
You
been.
got
Eddie
how far is it
has.
from you?
Yeah, Eddie.
Yeah.
Has.
It's about
Yeah.
3.5 hours from me. I've been wondering.
Every video I've seen of it, it looks insane. But maybe
Yeah.
everything's just too expensive.
Well, and there's a
I don't know.
couple of them too. There's
Yeah, everything's overpriced.
There's one there
there
called Ninja Exchange too. I know Deep Pocket Monster goes there a lot to do his collect the set challenges and stuff. I think the closest thing that we have to that would be Ekman's though, but it's always at like an auditorium or it's at a big warehouse or something like that. But it's never just like a Monday through Friday, Monday through Sunday type thing. It's like
It's not a
weekend
permanent
thing.
location.
Yeah.
It's
We have
just
like
like
flea market. We have like a flea market, or like
We have
farmers
flea
market, and they'll
markets.
have stalls that people have permanent stalls there every weekend.
Tell you
every
what though,
weekend.
Dean, there's some of these old mall warehouses now that we could put one of those in there,
Yeah. Well, we used to have that big flea market on what is that on over there by Lackland's, but they closed it.
Oh,
But that was like
Alamo?
a
Was it
maybe.
Alamo?
It's the one all the Stashman guys are at,
Yeah.
and that was like a
Oh,
permanent thing. But
on
yeah.
Highway 90 in Lackland. Yeah.
yeah, but they closed it. But it was, I wouldn't say it's anything like Ekman's. It's just like
No.
a fucking indoor flea market with like a bunch of
Ekman's?
bullshit.
But yeah, so
Ekman's?
I want to see how it goes. I made my first sale today, $15. I started the inventory with just like some of my personal collection of cards and stuff, and we're gonna see how that goes. But all right, guys, we are here to talk figures, so let's jump right into it. We are on our Collecting Weekly 75K giveaway road. We are officially at 74.8K is what we're at right now. So we're almost there. Bo-Katan Hot Toys, Mark 50 Hot Toys, the Maximum Spider-Man from the Marvel Legends wave, and then of course the Collecting Weekly shirts were donated by 16Fix, among a few other things that are kind of in the works, I think, right? But let's get into some new this week. Let's fly through this, guys. We've already been on for 24 minutes. Thank you for making us part of your day, however you might be listening. This is Chris's, right?
Yeah, GameStop and REB Games restocked Malik, and I was like, why didn't I buy this before? It looks pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. I was talking to Badfish, and he was saying he was a little disappointed in the deco on the torso and all that, and I do understand that, but I think, like, I don't know, for those of you who played the game, like, the head sculpt's pretty good, and like the piece of the mask covering his missing jaw comes off, and like, for, usually when they do a removable piece that's that small, and it's actually in two parts, so you can remove only half of it if you want to, usually it's like oversized and janky looking, but like this fits pretty tight and it looks pretty good partially on or removed. But yeah, it could use a wash or something on the red suit because it has some interesting sculpting, but it's just one flat color for the most part. But if you really think about it, it probably looks more detailed than the in-game character did back in 2003, though. So it's like, what's your basis for comparison, really? But it was weird to get a new plastic-free packaging figure. It was weird going back to the little Egyptian mummy wrapped up in tissue paper on the inside of the box and all that. But I was excited to grab that, and just on a LARF, I got the SME from their like 5 POA line because it's almost 3 3/4 and no such TVC figure exists.
Who the hell's me?
That's from the droid
Shmi.
from Skeleton Crew.
Yeah,
Shmi
you haven't
me.
seen it yet.
Oh, yeah, I haven't watched Skeleton Crew.
He's probably the highlight of the show, but I could
Sweet
take or
me.
leave the rest.
Is
Yeah.
he what's his personality like?
He is just very literally a cartoon pirate, but that happens to be a droid.
Bro.
And there's a rat. There's a rat that lives in his head.
Yeah.
Because I feel like every droid they try to make, they're like, oh, he's kind of naughty and he's kind of mean,
Yeah.
and it's like, okay, but that's just R2D2. Like
Yeah.
K2SO is R2D2, but you can understand him. Chopper is again R2D2, but also kind of murder droidy. And then fucking what's his name from The Force Unleashed?
BB-8's just R2D2. Yeah, but
yeah, like they're all smart asses, and they're like, oh, they're so unique, and it's like, no, you're just doing R2D2 all over again.
well, B2 Emo from Andor, the best Star Wars show, has emotional damage, and he's different than R2D2.
Oh yeah.
But
The fact they call it that. Honestly,
Yeah.
the Malik is cool looking. Yeah, beyond that outfit, but he's terrifying with the thing taken off. He looks like he's got no
Dude,
lower jaw.
Dude, it brings me such sadness to this day when I hear somebody who never played KOTOR when it came out, and they've bent over backwards. You guys don't even know how lucky we are that
No
the
shit.
iOS remaster for KOTOR was done, like, at least because it was done 7 or 8 years ago. It's not like fucked with to the nth degree like it would be if it was done today. So it's actually the original game if you get it on your iPhone or iPad, and it looks great. And if you never played it, you have no idea how much you're slipping. But I know I won't.
That sounds like a big commitment.
I've always
Dude.
wanted to replay that game because I started it back in the days, and then I told my cousin about it, and he's like, "Oh, let me borrow it," and I let him borrow it. I never saw the game
Son
again.
of a.
There's
Go
there's
ahead.
not a lot, but there's a few games that you could like genuinely look at it and be like, this was a turning point in video game history where like it changed the landscape and the way people made games, and that's one of them.
It's really Mass Effect the Zero. Like, think of
Right.
it that way. Like,
Dude.
it's Star Wars themed Mass Effect Zero. That's like, it's great in every way. It's one of the best Star Wars stories ever. The people who know I'm preaching to the choir, but like, I just once in a while I hear somebody saying, "Yeah, I missed that one. I wasn't really into RPGs at the time."
Oh, dude, when
Yeah.
Darth Revan was coming out, the Hot Toys, everybody on the show was like, I didn't really play it, but like Revan looks kind of cool. I'm like, kind of cool? It's fucking epic. Like,
Yeah.
it's so like important. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I don't even like, the thing is, I don't even really associate that design with the character, because like, if you play that game, that's like 5 minutes of cutscenes. That
yeah,
look,
it's like in flashbacks and
yeah.
stuff.
But
Do you think they'll
Malik,
ever remake that game?
dude, I hope
They were
not.
supposed
They
to,
were
Yeah,
supposed
but
it's
then
on
they were-
ice right now.
it started turning into fucking dog shit, and they fucking iced
Listen,
it. Thank God.
You guys have heard me say it before, but like, the second that became a full remake rather than a HD remaster, they flew too close to the sun. They thought they were better than Game of the Year 2003. They weren't. Big surprise. Hopefully it never comes out. Anyways, the other thing I picked up a couple weeks ago, but I think I missed the last 2 episodes, was the TIE pilot Cassian, which is pretty great for a Black Series figure. Very cool removable helmet. It's probably my least favorite part of the show, but it's a very cool figure as far as season 2. And I put the card back description here because of how generic it was and uninteresting. That was funny to me. Cassian Andor continues the journey that will shape him into a leader of the rebellion. As political tensions grow, he is forced to rise to the occasion and take a stand for everything he believes in, said ChatGPT. Good job, interns.
It's a very generic little entry there.
Yeah,
They really don't need
that's
to
it for
do
me.
that. No one reads those things. I just found this on a Walmart run. It was the McFarlane Super Friends from the cartoon done by Hanna-Barbera back in the day. I remember watching this in the 90s in the morning. So this is wave 1 minus regular Batman. And the red chase is the Riddler. So I'm trying to get the Super Friends and the Legion of Doom. Hopefully they can get that out before his license expires.
Dude, I actually saw these in a Walmart as well. They're very like deep, like very well painted. Like I almost felt like buying them myself.
Yeah. They are.
They're not very articulated, but they're very, very well painted.
Yeah, it's the same articulation they have for the 1966 Batman series, where they do have limited range of motion for sure. At least they have cloth capes, which Marvel Legends still can't do, unfortunately. Also the nice part is, I don't know if it's nice, but they have more accessories than usually what Star Wars Black Series figures comes with as
Wow.
well.
I thought these were like
But that's not
repaints
saying
of.
much.
I thought these were like repaints of like the Batman 66 stuff or something. Are they that same size?
Yeah, they're the same size, same. There's some reuse in them, especially for the Batman, for the compared to the 66 line, including the Riddler too. But like they didn't have like Lex or Sinestro or Green Lantern for the Batman 66 line, so that part's new. But yeah, this is wave 1. Wave 2 got announced. Hopefully they can get everyone out. I don't know if they're going to get all the way down to Gleek and the Wonder Twins. We'll see.
Did you actually watch this show as a child, Equan, or is it too early for you?
I did watch it as a child. This was back. I don't know what channel it was on, but I remember watching this. It was on the same time they did the Sonic cartoons, and then like Johnny Quest, and those. It was like in the 90s. They had like old Hanna-Barbera.
I used to watch the show on Cartoon Network.
Yeah,
they have it there too. Yeah.
Well, there's like a vintage toy line for Super Friends, and every year they stopped doing the Cincinnati Toy Show, but me and a few friends used to drive down for that, and obviously the Kenner Super Friends figures were made in Cincinnati, and the Hall of Justice down there was actually based on the Union Terminal in Cincinnati. So like, and there was like a place out of that. So like, we go down there because that's the birthplace of Star Wars figures. But like, there's like an actual building that's like the Hall of Justice from Super Friends, and looked like the place set because the local toy designers just based it on a terminal that was in town, which is pretty cool. But that's Cincinnati Kenner heritage, boys. These kids don't know, but it's pretty fun stuff.
Cool.
Before we jump into Mezco, we got Mark P, Rob Barnes, good old Chris is in there, Jason Nelson, Equan, Siskel, Collector, King Dingling, Bennikin, Alvin J, Big Rib. Thank you all for making us part of your day today. Big old Fern, Dean's in there. Mezco. So they have the 1/12th Agent Gomez from 1975. It's going to be $125. It's waitlisted. The ships sometime after SDCC. I at first when I looked at this, I didn't like it very much, but it kind of grew on me. And then I remembered that, what was it? Tangerine Girl, whatever her name was.
Yeah.
So it goes along with that, I guess, storyline with Rumble Society. But another Gomez. Eyes are a little bit darker than normal. He's got the afro, the mustache. You can take it all off.
Wow, you can't say that.
This
So
is-
what is it? Is it like a mixed media afro? And like, how does it come off? Like, how is it attached?
I think it's a head sculpt.
Yeah, it's a head.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
It's
got
a
one-
sculpt on there. It's not like a fro you put on there, but this
Okay,
is
so it's two heads.
It's yeah.
this is Shaft or Gomez as
basically.
Shaft.
Yeah.
18 pairs of hands, 3 head sculpts, 2 of them with the afro, one with just the regular Gomez head.
Dude, that base art, that's great.
Yeah. and
Oh, yeah.
The art on the base.
Those bases are always the same size, and they always have some sort of artwork on them, which is nice. I forgot that he came with a sword. That's nice too, a
Yeah.
gold sword. But
So nunchucks, 357 Joe Johnson, a knife, 2 boom, cocktail grenades, a machine gun, a sniper gun, a holster, the sheath for the sword, and the sword. And he's got sunglasses, a pigeon. He's got little effect pieces for the guns. He's got a hoverboard, a boom box, and some more
boombox
fire
is
effects.
tight.
Got a watch.
Yeah.
So like, if I've
Oh,
got
that's a
this,
watch, yeah.
if I got this, like, where am I to get my like Richard Roundtree head sculpt from? Like, can Zach do that for me, or like, because like I don't want
you know,
a bug man.
a lot of people just buy this for that reason
Yeah.
because you can use a different head sculpt instead of the Gomez head sculpt because you got everything you need.
That's so funny. We've been doing this show for a while,
Yeah.
and I've known about Mezco since, I don't know, 2016, 2017. I've never understood Gomez. I don't see why people like.
Dean,
Yeah.
you're just supposed to buy a new head. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I guess.
Because it's too much paperwork for them to actually get the license for Shaft.
Right.
So they're like, how about we just make one and you 3D print your own head?
Yeah, but 3D printing hasn't always been around.
Yeah.
As long as Mexico has been doing Gomez, it probably has, right?
Jeez.
No, they've been doing Gomez a while. But I get it. I mean, there's customizers out there even before
Yeah.
that. So
Well, because nobody actually wants Shaft with a bug head, like, right? Like, do I misunderstand the Mezco fan base?
I don't know. I
don't
see
know.
collections, and I don't rarely see Gomez in people's collections. I once in a while see them like on YouTube and stuff, but
Yeah, there's
most
gotta
of them
be
are
some,
licensed
yeah.
stuff.
There's definitely got to be some, but
Definitely seen people use custom heads though on the figures, especially the Gomez ninjas and the Gomez construction worker guy. I forgot his name, but I've seen a lot of those customs.
right, yeah. How much is this again? Sorry,
This is going to be 125. It's waitlisted.
I heard people saying that this is like just a couple people saying it's just a little too. They're
Yeah.
pushing the price a little too much now, with shipping and all that. It was like 150 all in or something. So some people were out
doesn't-
just on the price.
It
Yeah, it's a little
doesn't
too much.
seem like there's any different amount of accessories, you know? Like
Yeah.
the number of accessories you're getting. This looks pretty average.
It's that tariff.
Yeah,
Dang.
this would normally be like 105, 110, so
Yeah.
it's a little pricey.
It's also going to come with a 32-page magazine or magazine format comic book. That's all we have right now from Mezco. They do have their Mezco Con going on right now. Today was day 1, so I'm sure we'll see a lot more things throughout the week. Tamashii Nations, SH Figure Arts, they have dropped so much. So the first thing we have, a lot like Marvel's doing, they're cashing in on the Marvel Capcom figures with the Cyclops 6-inch figure from the second game. Pre-orders start on July 1st, release for November 2025. Cyclops will include multiple interchangeable hands, swap out faces, and an assorted optic blast effect. Y'all know me. I'm not a huge X-Men fan, but I think this looks really, really, really good, with the exception of two things. One, I do not like how his mouth is not like, there's no depth to it. Because even on the game, if he opened his mouth, you didn't just see like a side like red piece in his mouth, right?
It'd be better
maybe
black.
if you saw him.
Yeah.
The what?
It'd be better if it was just dark.
If it was darker, right? And then as we scroll through here, you see that the thong
Dude,
butt right
this
there.
is
Look at
pose.
this. Look at this one.
Typed up.
Hold on, there's
I
another
mean,
one.
it looks pretty good.
It looks
Not
really
the thong,
good.
but I mean overall.
Overall, yeah, but the
Dang,
pose is
I
hilarious.
don't think I included it. Yeah, I didn't include it, but there was a worse one where he was squatting down, like looking back. I was like, dude's torquing.
They're advertising it with this like cardboard backdrop, I guess they're including.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's included in the box.
Yeah, not a fan of that, but sure.
Look at that.
It's really
That's
weird
really
because
bad.
they've been doing Dragon Ball Z figures forever, and they don't have asses like this. I don't know what they were thinking.
Hey, maybe he does this pose in the game. I don't really recall.
No, it's not even the pose. It's just like the way the articulation
Oh,
is set up.
I think
It
like
makes
a
it
butt
look like he's wearing a G-string, but like
cheek. Kind of does. Yeah.
even if you look at like Vegeta, who wears a skin tight onesie, his ass doesn't
engineering,
look like
right?
that on the figure arts. Yeah, it's the engineering is like fucking weird.
But I
It's
think
like
the
they-
blue looks really, really good. Like it's like a flat metallic almost.
Yeah, it's got highlights. It looks phenomenal, but figure arts runs very small.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like almost pretty much true 112. So if you're gonna get this to put in line with your Marvel Legends, it's gonna look weird.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
gonna say I seen a
It-
picture of them comparing this one with the Mafex and the Marvel Legends, and it was like way too short.
Yeah.
Apparently, this is what Kaiju Daddy said, I think, on a different stream. But apparently, that size is tentative on the height. He might actually be a little bit taller than that, but that was a pretty glaring photo of him being so short. But that I guess the rumor is that's tentative on how the size is going to be. But this is supposed to be the first figure in the line too, so we'll see what else they got for their Gamerverse
Yeah, this.
line.
If I was doing a bunch of these, though, again, I'm not in that like the huge fan of these. I would just go for the Marvel Legends once they're
The
doing.
Legends. Yep.
Because you're gonna want to build out a whole.
And you're
line of
getting
stuff.
more of
Right.
them quicker, you know, like how. So this is coming out this November. By the time they announce another one, it's going to be next year.
And you can mix and match it, but are they gonna do a Juggernaut, bitch? Like probably not.
I'm the
yeah.
Juggernaut,
I don't see
bitch.
that.
Well, they could.
It'll be faster to just get the Marvel Legends to collect the whole
Faster
line.
and cheaper. I mean, even if you're paying aftermarket prices, I mean, this is probably going to be what, 95 to
Well,
115 bucks.
Isn't that kind of the
Yeah,
appeal
around
too?
there.
Like we know, like style wise, SH Figure Arts is going to look much better most of the time, right? I mean, Marvel versus Capcom was a pretty,
I think
not buggy game.
I
but
think
like
it's if
pretty
you're a
like, blocky
hardcore-
digital game.
if you're a hardcore fan, I think you go for these ones, sort of thing.
Well, it depends. Like, it's better paint, better articulation, and on top of that, they did Storm Arena does those 112 Ryu and Ken, so those kind of might match up better art wise with this Cyclops. But again,
Right.
personally, I'm just doing the Marvel Legends and I'm doing the Jada, and just
Right.
I got other stuff to buy, so I can't really go down this path.
Yeah,
So
another
that's what-
thing is the Marvel Legends, because these are all based off of what's his name? Lee?
Jim Lee.
Jim Lee.
Jim Lee. And I feel like the Marvel Legends, like always have like a different shade of blue on all their figures. So like, although they're matched style wise, they look different, and it like is kind of jarring. So it's like, if these can have like a more consistent look throughout all the figures, that might be nice. But yeah, it's gonna take I mean, Marvel Legends probably has this entire line filled out
Pretty much.
already, and it's gonna take Figure Arts forever to catch up.
They got that Shuma Gorath coming out, which I never thought would ever come out. So, or Gargantos, I forgot what they renamed it to.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
We're gonna talk
Tiger has
about
a point. Yeah, Figure Arts, they're doing more comic stuff, which I don't recall them doing much comic stuff. So they're definitely going more. Well, this is technically game, but they're doing more comic game stuff.
Right. The visor blast looks amazing though. That looks really good.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right, guys. So the next thing we have is the SH Monster Arts King Ghidorah figure. This is a P Bandai exclusive from King. This King Ghidorah is based on the 1972 movie Godzilla and Gaijin. Pre-orders are live tomorrow, June 27th, 2025 on P Bandai. It's going to be 30,800 yen, or about $127 USD, due out November of this year.
Sorry, how much was that?
It said $127, which seems way off. Let me see if I might have. No, it says it's what it says.
That seems pretty cheap.
That seems very cheap.
Yeah, then
Because the King Ghidorah for the movie was like, I don't remember that being fucking expensive, and it was huge.
This is on Toy Arc, so it
So
should be
maybe
accurate.
is this smaller than the King Ghidorah movie one?
It says 127 USD, 30,000 yen.
what? Because usually these are really expensive. So
They're
they're
like $200.
yeah, this should be like 200 plus. Because I know the Hayatoy one. I got the Ghidorah from the Kong or Godzilla movie, the recent one, and it was like near $100. And I know the Hia toys are usually half the price or just cheaper. That's why I just go get the Hia figures instead.
Maybe they're wrong with their conversion.
Maybe it was the
because when I
conversion.
convert
Kaiju Daddy
30,000
just
yen,
said
it's
$200.
$200. Yeah.
Yep.
That makes more sense. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
because
they're
the
just
King,
wrong with
So
their
it was
conversion.
the conversion on it. So
the King Ghidorah movie figure was like almost $300.
still
That
for
sounds like
200,
Monster
it's not
Arts
bad.
pricing. They're so expensive, man. I stopped at the Monster Arts. It's too much.
Bro, what the fuck is Godzilla doing to him? Holy shit. He's giving him
About
like
to-
a reach
about to
around.
Cody Cutter him right
Yeah.
there. Crossroads.
Damn.
He's like, suck my dick.
Is this in the movie? Must be.
It's gotta
Yeah,
be.
it's
I
gotta
don't
be.
know. That's how they mate, I guess. I don't know.
This is this is interesting, I guess. So if you want to put this in your on your Godzilla shelf, but and not for me.
All right, Dean, fly through this for me. What is this?
Yes, dude. Thank God. Finally. This is SH Figure Arts, Neon Genesis, Evangelion, Rey, and Asuka in their original outfits. I forgot the name of it. Help me out here, Equan.
I don't know. I don't watch.
Oh, you don't watch it?
Longoria.
Fuck.
No.
The outfits have a specific name, but anyway, it's like their pilot uniforms. But there's like no one's done like really good, solid 1/12 scale figures of them in their classic uniforms, like ever. There's some that are like maybe like 4 or 5 inch scale that are like okay from Kyoto. And then there's some that are from Figma, but it's in their the rebuilds outfits, which
Someone
are
just
different.
rip ass.
I don't know. That's
Yes,
I
we
heard
did
it
that.
though. Well, Fern's muted, so it's either it was
Wait, what happened?
Is Equan.
No.
it must have been Equan.
That was
Wait,
not me.
what happened?
Go back to the tape.
Somebody busted ass or what?
Somebody
That's what it
definitely
sounded
did that.
like.
If I'll bust ass, I'll tell you. Wow.
God
there
damn
it
it!
I was
There
waiting
What
for
the
it. I was
fuck?
fucking
Why?
waiting for it.
Okay, so is it Fern?
Oh my God.
It's Fern. He's
I
never
don't
on.
know.
This hasn't happened to us yet.
This is our
Definitely
first
Mike.
show since. This is our.
I'm
first
the only
show
one on.
since-
That it's
It
happened
began.
to.
Yes, so it's by default. It's Dean then. By default.
No, because it happened to me on a show where I was like
man.
off
I
screen.
was watching the main show the other day, and y'all were
Oh.
you were chuckling real hard when it was getting played, and they were trying to decide who it was.
I'll tell you now.
Look, man, it's not
more
me.
than one person, is my opinion.
Who's
Has
the
anyone
constant?
considered
That's a
that?
conspiracy
Who's the new-
theory.
who's
No
the
one's
new
thought of
person?
that. It's 100% more than one person. I know who. I think I know who one of them is.
I don't know.
But yeah, I'll
But
start a
anyway,
chat for that. Anyways,
Ray and Oscar in their
Wow
original outfits. I have them on. I don't know if you can see them. They're right. I have
these
statues
are cool
of them
though.
because I like Ray
think-
and Oscar, and I wanted figures of them. And like I said, there's no like good 1/12 scale figures that aren't rebuild because the
Yeah.
Oscar's outfit changes, and so does Ray. Ray's in like a black outfit, and then Oscar is like this weird like orange and red outfit that I don't like. So this is fucking incredible. I will be pre-ordering these immediately. Pre-order goes live July 3rd, I think it said.
July 1st is the pre-order, and
Oh,
then the
first.
release date for Ray is November of this year, and then Asuka is December.
Yeah. Fun fact, I fucking hate Asuka. She's such a shitty character. She's a fucking bitch.
This
but
one?
yeah, she sucks, dude. And when you watch the show, you're just like, God, this bitch is insufferable. But like that's
no
part of the show.
personality.
Why does she have a bra over
She's
her
just
suit?
mean. That's just the design of the outfit. I don't know why they do that, but yeah.
It's like Zach and Dean.
What the hell? Yeah, and then Ray is really quiet and kind of submissive. She's like really gentle, but they fight in like these giant mechs, and they're fucking awesome. So these are fucking amazing. I can't wait for these. I will be pre-ordering them. Yeah, I don't care how much they are.
All right, so SH Figure Arts also announced their Harry Potter line from the Goblet of Fire. This is going to come with interchangeable face parts. It's going to use the Tamashii Nations digital coloring technology, and it's going to come with the wand, effect pieces, and the
Skull's
Triwizard
fucking
Triwizard
badass.
Cup.
The
It's going to
Triwizard
allow you to recreate some of the film's best
Yeah,
scenes.
look at that fighting.
And on the other flip
face,
side
wow.
of that, Lord Voldemort.
He who shall not be named. You named him.
The sculpt's
see.
good.
Oh, it's very good.
Ah, that's cool.
The robe isn't terrible either.
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's gonna
The
have
way I'd
different
buy
face
this is-
parts.
Only way I'd
Digital
buy this
coloring
is if they
technology.
come out with a dead Robert Pattinson character.
Wow.
There has to be like an old a Twilight figure of him somewhere.
We showed some of this movie, like the first movies, and then we got to this one. We had to skip so much of this movie.
Over the kid.
Isn't this one of
Yeah.
the worst?
I
What?
mean,
The
there's
goblin?
there's dragons and stuff. He was okay with that stuff.
Oh,
but
you
yeah,
for your son. I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for a
Christina doesn't want the
two-year-old.
boys. Christina doesn't want the boys to watch it for a little longer. She said maybe they could watch Sorcerer's Stone.
Oh,
I'm like,
he's
no,
2 years old. We
I
already
want
showed
Half
it.
Blood Prince. I want Half Blood Prince.
We watched Star Wars too. He fucking loved Star Wars. We haven't
Yeah.
finished it, but he was asking for it yesterday again.
No, my son's a nerd. He's watching Expedition Unknown right now. And then he's recreating it. He's recreating some of like the ancient sites on Minecraft when he gets the chance. We watched
That's
this
cool.
one where the Nazis were throwing their rifles and things like that equipment into this lake in Africa. One of the
Oh
only
God,
two
what did
lakes
he
in
recreate
Africa.
in Minecraft?
So he goes, "Dad, what does this look like?" And we're like, "Oak Island," right? And he's like, "No, from the other show." I was like, "Expedition." He's like, "Yeah, there was this lake where they threw their stuff in. So he goes down there and he puts pickaxes and
Oh my
weapons
God.
and bow and arrows. And then they found skeletal remains. So he put skulls down there and stuff like that. So
Oh god.
he got real
Recreating a
creative.
war crime.
Yeah,
I know.
This is going to a dark, dark
Oh my
place.
God.
I was like, dude.
You can do
But-
anything in Minecraft.
Voldemort's gonna come with the robe. It's a fabric robe with wires and his wand and some effect pieces.
SH has improved over the years with soft good and like the paint applications are improved. Remember those what's that those figures with the articulated robes, that Netflix movie?
With the articulated
yeah.
robes.
What was it?
Fuck,
Because
that
everything
movie
was-
that bombed. Not
Yeah,
bombed, but
the-
everyone was hyped for it.
The 2-part movies
The second
Zack
part
Snyder.
sucked.
with those figures. Those were terrible. Those were
Rebel
all,
Moon.
nothing was
Rebel
yeah,
Moon.
Rebel Moon
Rebel
figures. Those are all sculpted robes, so like when you bent the knee, it just all looked just off because people wore baggy clothes and everything. Those should have been like
Wasn't
soft
Voldemort
goods.
like a really pale white in Goblet of Fire? I thought he was really pale white before
I
he
thought he was
kinda
a-
got all scaly and
Yeah, I
in
thought he was
the last
pasty.
ones.
I mean, he's pretty pasty in most of the movies, as far as I remember. But we skipped a lot of the Voldemort parts because it's creepy, right?
Yeah.
So I'd have to.
Okay, so
rewatch
SH Figure Arts also revealed the Monkey D. Luffy
Look at
Future
this thing.
Island Egghead and the SH Figure Arts Marshall D. Teach 4 Emperors are scheduled for release June 29th and June 28th.
I don't know anything
feel
about
like
this.
that
but
should have
look
been
at this figure.
Pre-order, but it says scheduled to be released June 29th and June 28th.
This guy look like me though.
Wow,
Jeez.
this is fucking badass, dude.
Yeah, this is the recent arc. Yeah, this is recent stuff. I like the crotch stand mainly because it's not taking up space like those Mezco stands, but it does look kind of odd.
They did a great job
Yeah.
with these, to be honest. Though, like they like stylized the arms and the legs, like you saw them like
Yeah.
bending with the other one, and his legs are like they're like that anime style.
Yeah.
They did that with the Marge on The Simpsons. She's got like just her arms are just a little bent, like the TV show, like they're like curved.
Yeah,
the guy. The nice thing about the Luffy figures is there's a lot of people that do third party kits. So like I feel like this pirate guy,
yeah.
the big guy, someone's gonna make like a coat for him where you could like take off all this big heavy plastic and just have like an actual coat on him.
Oh, like a cloth. or
Yeah,
something?
soft goods.
Yeah.
Because they did that with I forget her name, the big tall lady with the red pants. And it totally changes the figure. It's just like
Nice.
it goes from like, oh, that's kind of a cool figure to like, this is fucking amazing. Like so good that I almost bought one and I don't even watch One Piece. I was like, this looks incredible as a figure. So I'm excited to see what people do with that because that's a very interesting looking figure. Like you don't see a lot of like, I feel like that's very like in terms of like toy technology, like ingenuitive.
Wow.
Ingenuitive. I don't know how to say.
Ingenuity.
Yeah, like to do a character of that size.
Ingenuity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's a pirate, but yeah. Yeah, it's really cool to see.
yeah.
And the last thing we have is just a reveal, not very much of a reveal, but a reveal of the SH Figure Arts Superman from the new movie. Says to stay tuned for more information.
I meant to post a
Yeah.
picture. I saw the McFarlane figures of these. I'm like, this movie's gonna be bad.
Mafex
just-
can probably do one too.
Figures look
Yeah.
bad.
Dude, they're all at Walmart, man. There's so many of them. There's like a whole like aisle of just the Superman figures. They're just sitting there.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mafex has a few different tiers of releases for their con. The general releases are going to be the T800 and John Connor 2-pack. This is going to be due out in April of 2026. 19,800 yen,
Connor.
or about $135 USD. And then the other one, actually, we can run through this really
It's a
quick.
2-pack for
It's a
130 bucks.
2-pack for $135.
That's crazy. From Mafex, usually it's like 115 for one figure.
Yeah.
The sculpts. I've said
Do we
this
wanna
before,
do
their
a,
sculpts are getting better too.
A
I
yen
really
to the
think they're
dollar
better.
double check.
Yeah, I would. I mean, after
That seems
last
pretty cheap.
debacle.
I don't know. Maybe.
So,
I used to hate their sculpts.
It could also be a licensing thing.
yeah.
Like
So the
Marvel's
Terminator is
so
going to come with
expensive
2 head
license.
sculpts, the robotic arm, and 1 head sculpt for John Carter. He's going
John
to come
John
with
Carter.
John Carter.
Connor.
movie.
Sorry, John
John
Connor
Carter of Mars.
Sorry. And then
Good movie.
the
Give me a
box
hand
of
if you want to go to
flowers.
Mars. You marry the
And
princess
then,
and save the
the
world.
gun, the shotgun, and the backpack.
What do you need AI for? when
Holy
you got
shit,
the-
that was good, Dean.
Sorry.
I like those movies, the John Carter movie, like that Mars one.
Dude, I watched John
was
Carter
fun.
way after the fact.
Yeah.
And I was like, this movie's actually pretty fucking cool. I'm kind of sad it didn't go anywhere.
Oh man.
We saw it
so
right when
hard.
it came out. Me and my wife. I think we might have even seen it in theaters. We used
What
to go to
movie?
movies all the time.
John
John
Carter
Carter.
of Mars.
I
Yeah.
think we saw it in theaters. To be
Isn't
honest,
that like
but,
supposedly the most like expensive budget a movie has ever had, or something like that?
I think
It's
it was at the time.
It was
Say no
it was
way.
a 2-punch combo that kind of killed that whole film division. With it was that and Lone Ranger. Those were
Yeah.
back to back.
Well,
It was
Like
supposed
Tron-
to be a Star Wars killer.
Tron
Yeah.
Legacy, Lone Ranger, and John Carter are like the last gasp of actual like interesting thoughts to come out of Disney. And when it didn't go well, we live in the world we live in. But yeah,
Yeah.
that was in 2012, Chris.
yeah,
When
exactly.
did
What a
Disney buy
coincidence.
Star Wars?
What a
Right around there.
coincidence.
I was gonna say because this John Carter was supposed to be a Star Wars killer, and I feel like they were like, "Fuck it, just buy Star Wars." Yeah, because that movie bombed, but I don't think it was as bad as people said it was. I think
I
it was
remember
pretty cool.
liking it. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like if they'd give it like maybe a sequel, like it could have like actually gotten some foothold. But
Well, it didn't really have the appeal of the Deja comic books, but it was close enough.
Oh yeah, she wasn't wearing those nipple tassels in the
Exactly.
comic, yeah.
My God.
Disney,
All right.
what are you gonna do?
The next general release is T1000 Terminator 2 Judgment Day. This is also due out in April of 2026, going for 14,080 yen, or about $96 USD.
damn, that's crazy.
Dude, this looks good, but then the one picture you have, it's not good here, and
Look at
the arms are
splitting
way
headache.
too thick. Like
Oh.
the things
Yeah.
that he has, the spikes, they're way too thick. They look like a butt plug.
This is really cool.
Dang.
Honestly,
All I need is a 112 semi and a 112 Harley, and I'd be set.
I got some
Recreate
right
that
now.
scene.
That is a butt plug.
Dude, seriously, look
Oh
how
yeah,
thick
they are
those
way
things
too
are.
thick. Yeah,
Look at that.
they should be much
And-
much thinner.
Yeah, I'm not even like a connoisseur of this movie. I like the movie, but I'm like not like an expert, and I can tell that that's off. These
Well-
are good. All these other sculpts, though, minus the head split one, I think are good.
It might not be that far off considering it was 1991 and the man's arms were actually in there. But
You're not wrong.
yeah,
That's
I don't
true.
know.
It's cool that it comes with an extra torso piece.
Yeah.
Let's see. T1000 arms.
Like when I watch that
Spike
scene, don't get me
arms.
wrong. Like
'Cause
this
that's
is
when
one of
he's
the
on
greatest.
the car, right? When he's on
Yeah.
the car latching onto it.
This is the chase after the hospital.
No, it looks pretty thin.
Either way,
All right. I think
God,
that's
that
from.
movie's good.
I think that's from T2 3D the ride, but I'm not positive. But it should be
It's
about
just
the same.
it's just on the
Yeah.
wiki.
If his arms were in there, I didn't. That would make a lot of sense. But either
Oh
way,
wait, maybe hold on.
That is a physical prop in some of those scenes.
Those are kind of bulbous.
yeah, I'm looking at other figures. They're a bit more
Yeah.
bulbous on some of the other figures I'm seeing too. But
Yeah, I just those bullet holes on the chest, like for a groundbreaking special effects movie, that is some of the worst stuff in the whole movie. Like they just look like tinfoil tulips tacked onto his shirt at some parts in the movie. But
I thought that shit was so incredible.
Handful
Yeah,
Tulips sounds like a fucking awesome band.
That is a good man.
somebody,
What the
Hey,
fuck
the
was
Labubu's
that?
talking.
I know who's that is.
I know that is too.
somebody got busted buying a $500 Labubu.
This is what happens when you have a spicy Latino wife.
His kids out of bed is what happened.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it
Chocolates
is.
start
My
flying
kid escaped
around.
bed.
All right, so this is the Metacon Toys exhibition 2025 exclusives. They are out of order. Damn it. Oh well. Okay, so this is the
Wow,
Marvel.
this is exclusive.
So this is the. I'm sorry, no, this is not the exclusive. This is the re-release. So there was one re-release. It was the Miles Morales comic book version. This is due out August 2025. 10,780 yen, or about $74 USD.
What?
This is cool.
What the fuck is going on? Their prices are crazy. Because I remember I wanted to get the comic book Spider-Man they did. It was incredible. And that motherfucker was like so expensive. And that was even before aftermarket. It was expensive. $74 for this seems like crazy low.
I think the re-release was $60 for that comic Spider-Man. It was pretty cheap.
10,600 yen is $74.
So I think
I don't-
it's around that price point because I remember that comic Spider-Man was pretty cheap. I don't know when it first came out, but I know the most recent time it came out was like $60.
Yeah, I think it was like it was like 100 something, like 106 or like 115 or something like that. But I don't like the face they put with Miles Morales. He looks like a grown ass man.
I know. I was gonna say, isn't he supposed
he's
to be a
supposed to be-
teenager?
Yeah.
He looks at least 32 right here in that scope.
I would say he looks like a 16-year-old.
It's like that scene from Bad Boys. How old are you? 15? You look 30.
I think he looks young enough. I love this though, like the paintwork on the. Oh, this looks really cool.
Yeah.
I actually have a Miles I need to open right here. Marvel Legends one. I was debating whether to get rid of it, but
Is that the game one? Yeah, I have that one too. I haven't opened it
Can't
either.
even see it. There it is.
Gameverse one.
The Marvel Legends one that they made that came in the card pack or whatever it's called. That head sculpt is
The like the
god
retro
awful.
one.
Yeah.
I don't like how they designed it, but I like how it has the magnet piece there, so it could like latch onto like a wall or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's
I don't
cool. they
know.
did that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, this is nice though.
Okay, so these are the Metacon Toys Exhibition 2025 exclusives. It's the DC Crusader Batman Black version, and it's due out July 26th of this year. 14,080 yen, or about $96 USD.
He looks fucking yoked.
That's a good looking figure.
That's cool.
So Batman.
this next one is wild.
Yeah, so this one is the boys'
Can't
Bloody
believe
Homelander.
They
This is
did
also due out July 26th of this year, and it's same price, 14,080 yen, or about $96 USD. This one right here is just insane. Like him smiling. with all the
crazy.
blood. Oh my god! He's got another
Looks
one
like-
with the cringing face with all the blood. The cape looks good. 3 head sculpts. The first one honestly looks like he's
Oh
already
my
dead.
god, Equan. Sorry. I do. No, I should have muted. Oh yeah, this is incredible. This is like a key. I haven't watched season 3 yet, but this is season 2, right? Where this happens.
No, this is season 3.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I remember him having a moment like this in one of the seasons I watched as well. But basically, it's
It's like,
pretty,
dude,
like,
someone's on the rag.
That picture right there, it looks like he got into a big old bowl of spaghetti.
He earned his Red Wings, dude.
Okay,
Oh
see
my
that would have been a
God.
time to hit the whoa. Whoever's doing it.
Wow. Wow, indeed. Yeah, this is cool though. They did a good job with it. I mean, like the different coloring on the blood on the one that's fully covered, like
He's all content.
different
Although his ears
tones of
very
blood.
yellow. I don't know why his ears so yellow there.
Yeah, true.
The other ones he looks fine.
But yeah. these are
God,
cool.
Homelander's such a good character.
All right, and then the last thing we have for Mafex is the Marvel Comics Scarlet Spider V2. This is going to be 14,080 yen, just like the other ones, $96 USD.
Is this
This
exclusive?
looks good. This is one of the exclusives, yes.
Fuck, I kind of want this.
This looks good. Like, that's a good pose right there. Oh, you know what? I did not mention on the Dark Knight, the DC Knight Crusader, his fingers are supposed to articulate.
Articulated fingies?
Yep.
I don't see that, I guess, in the picture. The Batman?
Yeah, the Batman is supposed to have
Ah,
articulated fingers.
interesting. Yeah, I like this Spider-Man. Like if you like see like it's dark. It's like almost a black on the sculpt as well,
Mm-hmm.
and then it fades into the red. Man, this is one of my favorite Spider-Man outfits.
With the hood over it,
Scarlet
that looks
Spider.
cool. That looks
True
good.
90s.
I fucking
Yep.
love this suit. But
All you have to know is he
how-
has a hoodie and pouches. So
it,
you know where
how
that
is
came
this?
from.
How is this exclusive? Is this like show exclusive or what? What's?
I think they're just calling it a V2. Let me see real quick.
Because if I can buy this, I'm like,
You can buy it. There are sites you can pre-order this from.
because I may consider it because it's pretty badass looking. This is like one of my favorite Hot Toys too. I have the Hot Toys of this. I love that thing.
Oh,
They're calling
dude,
it a V2. Various web parts, movable figure stand included.
You can find it after. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'll hold up the show.
No, I found it. Okay, vintage collection. Chris, you were going pretty hype about this.
Yeah, man. The Darth Vader TIE Fighter has an interesting history when it comes to 3 3/4 vehicles. The original one back in the day was kind of low budget. Like they basically just took the cockpit from the standard TIE Fighter and put 2 different wings on it, so it didn't have like the very distinctive curved back piece that is sort of behind the ball on the TIE Advanced X1. Like you guys all know what it looks like. You know, it's a famous ship, but there's a lot more heft to the footprint of the Advanced X1 compared to your standard TIE Fighter. And you can see like the attachments for where the wings connect are a lot beefier, for example. And so you know it finally got a redesign for I think it was like a green box Power the Force 2 thing that had some firing missiles and stuff that actually did look pretty good for the late 90s. But you know, finally it's sort of being perfected without the goofy spring-loaded missiles, and the scale is probably about as accurate as it's ever been here. And you know, we're at the peak of 3 3/4 Darth Vader technology, so you have basically the same Vader that probably came on the carded ANH last year, and I think they're giving him a new card back just for this release, but it's the same figure. I think it was on the previous slide there. They're just giving a card back that looks a little more like the thematically tied in with the aesthetic of the box here. And
And-
that weird little blue and purple spotlight behind the ship is actually matching up to the vintage box, which was a little, they hadn't quite nailed down the style yet in 78. So you had some weird color highlights in the background of the packaging, and they've recreated that here.
The yeah, this definitely looks really good. I'm tempted by it, but yeah, the price is fucking crazy. It's 140.
Yeah, I mean, that's the same as what the Mando N1 cost here, I think. Pretty close, if not the same. And that was out a while back. I think it's bigger than that.
Yeah, is it?
I mean, if we're talking straight plastic quantities, I'm sure it's bigger than the Mando N1.
Because the Mando one was like $100 when it came out.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
say I got it for like 140 Canadian. It's 140
Yeah, Canadian.
US.
Okay. Yeah, the Mando N1 was 140 or Canadian. I'm pretty sure.
So
Yeah.
it's
So it's more.
140 US, so it's almost 200.
Jesus.
The vintage collection N1 Starfighter was 131 on Hasbro Pulse.
Okay.
How
Well,
much
yeah,
is this?
This is 140, so it's almost $9 more. But I would
This is
say
pretty sweet.
but that was like 2 years ago, probably when the N1 came out.
And this has
So,
much
like-
more vehicle than the N1. The N1's just a cockpit with some jet.
I mean-
engines on it.
2023, yeah, is when it.
Yeah. Also, this is from like a good film, and not Mando season 3. So like, yeah, I'll give them the extra $10.
The reason I say this
That's
is
a
that
good
they
fucking
released
point.
the X-wing last year and it's still on pre-order. It's not even out yet. It's $99. That's where I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
Well, that's a reissue. This isn't, for one thing.
Sure, but they're gonna I don't know. I feel like the price is asking a lot.
So this
How
is
how
a full
Yeah.
new mold.
I believe so, because I was looking at some of the other ones, and some of them, they have some weird stuff, like the cockpit hatch is like puffier looking. Like I
believe
said,
that's
the
what they said
90s
on
one
the stream too,
Yeah.
right? That it's fully new.
looks like it.
Oh,
So
this would be
it's
badass. I would like to get this.
I'm
It's,
even with the price, I'm tempted to get it because it looks so
Pulse
good.
exclusive.
Dude, it reminds me of like,
Lame.
I was so jealous of all those guys who got the like MYC like studio scale model, and I'm like, man, those are the actual cool kids. And then
This-
MYC got like blown up not long
Yeah.
after that.
Yeah.
This doesn't come with a stand, right?
No, it
Ugh.
sits flat pretty
So
much. But
I will say, sorry, go ahead.
you could get something pretty easily if you
Yeah,
wanted
the
to.
N1 came with one that I liked the stand on that a lot. That's the only reason I was comparing. Because
Yeah, but I mean, the N1 without a stand has very awkward shelf presence. I'm not sure that this does. You
I
know?
agree with that. Yeah, I was just thinking because the MIC, like you kind of got it like you probably got a nice stand, make it look like it's like in flight. It'd be cool if you could do that with this.
Yeah, you'd have to get a custom job there. But
That's okay.
it did look like for a while they were gonna just put stands with all these things, but I guess they figured this one sits well enough.
That's also kind of why I asked because they kind of were doing it a bit more, but then it's I don't think we said, but it's got the exchangeable damaged foil or like
Yeah.
damaged
does.
wing
It's
for,
what
Yeah.
when Han Solo comes in, so that's cool.
Yeah, well, from when one of his TIE pilots accidentally crashes into him because he got nervous.
Didn't they call
Hate to
that
see it.
pilot something, or didn't they have a nickname?
I think they had
or
names
something
for
like
them,
that? Okay.
That pilot has a name. That's the first time hearing of it.
I forgot.
Yeah. I think it
I'll-
might
I'll
have
get
a
back to it.
nickname, yeah.
Like it's something like guy that screwed up nickname. I forgot what his name was.
This is
Rookie one.
definitely,
Yeah.
tempting. So
Yeah, well, you know, it's like it's kind of like one of the most memeable scenes from A New Hope if you think about it. Like, you guys have probably all seen that video where it's like, how long was Darth Vader actually spinning out of control for? And it like split screens it where it's like all the action that happens from when he gets knocked out of the trench until he actually rights his ship at the end, and he's like spinning for like 5 minutes straight, basically. It's pretty great if you actually time it out.
you are in space. Sometimes it's hard to stop that momentum.
All right, so Marvel Legends. The only thing we have here, we kind of talked about this last show, but we got some prices, the release dates, and things like that. The Gamerverse Gargantos action figure. This is going to be $70 on BBTS. It is sold out, but there are some pre-orders on Entertainment Earth. I believe this is one of those fan channel ones. So November due date of this year. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of really like this. I almost want to get it.
It's freaking cool. Like
I'd say wait. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, yeah.
Find it at like a Ross or like what is it called? What's that discount store called now? Oh,
Ollie's.
Find it at Ollie's.
Because you can still pre-order it everywhere, unlike the other ones, unlike Psylocke and those exclusive ones. This is was it fan channel?
I believe it was.
Sorry,
Yeah,
go
this
ahead,
is-
Badfish.
I was just saying, this is definitely cool. Like when you look at the game, if you saw like characters from those games, like you never would have thought that this shit was coming in.
I wonder how well this bendy wire is gonna work out.
So yeah, jump back to where he's like doing the crab walk. Where the heck is it?
Like that one.
Down. Keep going. That's
There
like
we
there. Look at the front tentacle. You can really see like the rubber bend. It doesn't look terrible, but you can see like where they're
Right here, that joint right there looks like it's
didn't even
on
I
the
didn't
right,
see that.
the right one, the right tentacle right here. Looks like it's kind of poking out a little bit.
I was looking at the other one. The other
Now
this
this
one.
is something
Ah,
that
yeah.
that we probably don't hear a lot, especially from Marvel Legends. But I feel like it's too big. Or is that just me?
I mean,
When
you could
compare-
fold it in a way where it's takes up less space with the tentacles, but it's like what, $70
Yeah,
ish?
70.
Okay. What's big is that Juggernaut. That thing's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went up for pre-order too. So.
Yeah, this is 22 inches wide.
It's definitely big for you, but I think you kind of got to go big or go home with this thing, right? So
Yeah.
It looks like Doom from Sonic.
and it's not a HasLab, so
Look,
Yeah, it's not HasLab.
Doom's Eye from Sonic.
That looks like
yeah.
Starro from DC.
I was gonna
That's
say
exactly
there's
what I
some
thought
other-
of first.
There's another game that has like there's like things like following you, like starfish things chasing you. It seems expensive.
Every
yeah.
IP has one of these things.
Well, Starro is 5 tentacles, right?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
starfish, yeah.
This one is 6, just like that. So
There you go.
shut your mouth and don't correct me. I'm just-
Okay, Sonic expert.
Yeah, it's cool, but yeah, I'm not a big enough fan of these games to be tempted by this one.
I'm not familiar with whatever the fuck this is. It showed it in like some kind of fighting game.
Yeah, Marvel vs.
Marvel
Capcom.
Capcom. You guys don't like
What the
Marvel
fuck?
Capcom?
I played the fuck out of Marvel vs. Capcom. I don't remember those characters.
You've definitely fought against this if you've played that game.
The Marvel
It's also
Capcom's
been
like my-
what, 25 years since I played that game. I don't.
Yeah, there you go.
The
my
last
top
time I
5
played Marvel
games of
vs.
all time.
Capcom was on the Dreamcast. I had a
Nice.
port.
Jesus. You were one of those kids that had a Dreamcast?
Bro, you name it, I had it.
I looked, by the way, KOTOR
He's a
wasn't
rich guy,
on
man.
PlayStation. It was on Xbox and PC, so I don't think I didn't really have an Xbox.
Okay, Badfish. It's on iPhone now, and that might be the best version.
Yeah, I heard you say
Oh,
that,
God.
so I was interested by that.
Here's the box.
The Gamerverse line has got me pretty excited, though.
Yeah.
Dude, there's some cool stuff in there. The Juggernaut is the coolest thing so far, but
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
it's so crazy.
So yeah,
We
SHF
do
is doing
this the easy
Gamerverse.
way. Oh, no.
Hasbro's Gamerverse. Looks like this Gamerverse license is unlocked across a lot of
Oh, yeah.
programs.
So you want it.
Marvel's
want
like,
it.
"Hey."
I want it.
That's what I was saying. All these, like, that's what it's Ghostbusters. Like, we're getting all these Ghostbusters reissues. We're getting freaking the Blitzway. We got the backpack.
Yeah, because they have to go back in time to
Rooftop
make shit
pack.
that people actually like. Because all the shit that they come out with now fucking sucks ass.
I think it's all because it's.
Oh,
gotta
let's
be
do
Ghost-
prequel figures and fucking Darth Vader's TIE Fighter because nobody wants the fucking N1.
It's got to be Ghostbusters. Well, people bought the N1, but
Oh, let's do Ghostbusters and fucking Gamerverse fucking Marvel Legends because nobody wants to buy fucking Riri Williams.
Yeah, and nobody
fucking
wants the
shitty
new.
She-Hulk.
Nobody wants the new
Oh, my
Ghostbusters.
God.
So because they were like, okay, we can't sell the new Ghostbuster movies toys, so let's just
Chris,
go
back me
to the
up.
well, right?
Well, what I mean, it's Dean. It's great when Dean's here because like he says the stuff that like I'm not sure if I have the license to say on this channel, but I know Dean has the license to say it on this channel, so
Bro,
I
just
just
fucking say it, brother.
appreciate it when he
We're
says
here
it.
to be real. We're not here to lie to
Yeah,
people.
you have G1 clearance. Do it.
That's
I
what I
have Jew-1 clearance.
Whoa.
Jesus.
There he is. I feel like every other day I run the risk of being banned from the Patreon chat, which is a note to all you guys who aren't in there that you really need to be a part of that crowd. You know, you might be there for the day where I finally get kicked out if you join Patreon.
Believe me, you don't do enough to get kicked out.
Yeah,
Jeez.
not nearly.
All right, y'all. We are on the road to 75K. We are almost there. Hot Toys Bo-Katan up for grabs. Mark 50 up for grabs. The Maximum Series Spider-Man from the Legends is up for grabs. 16 Fix donated some t-shirts. It's looking good, you guys. It's looking good. We are so close. Okay. Chris, this is you.
Oh yeah, well, I didn't get enough mileage out of this graphic before Zach defaced it and put a fire extinguisher on it, and I don't know if anyone did people actually donate so you could buy like a $500 Labubu?
Somebody
Is that
did.
a real thing that
I
happened?
don't think
That's
it was $500, but yeah.
okay.
I don't know how much
he
he spent on it. If he did, that's absurd.
I think it was.
I
400.
agree.
Yeah, it's like 400.
Was it
So, like,
really?
Yeah.
I think it might have actually been $400.
He might.
And
he
we're saying
might.
Zach did that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Jesus.
fucking crazy.
And he bought Gucci glasses in the same week.
Yeah.
Dude, he's off the rails.
That guy's got money or doesn't have money. I can't tell anymore.
I need to start
He
checking
won
the
the lottery
YouTube
for
receipts,
sure.
brother. Because
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Definitely won the lottery.
Someone.
Well, listen, I got nothing against like wasting $400 on collectibles. Like that's just what you do. But like this is not cool. Fern, you need to reevaluate your life choices. I'm sure that one isn't as silly of a price as this one is. But
Apparently
I did the
they're
research.
satanic.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
did-
Was it? No, go ahead.
The Chusu
I did the
or something?
research.
Yeah, like Chusu or something. The Juzu or whatever it's called.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Right?
I think that's the
Bro, they say Hello
demon.
Kitties, satanic,
Yeah.
fucking
I think
Furbies.
dude, that's how you used to know if something was good, but that was the 80s, and now it's how you know something is bad. So basically, this I did the research and made sure that I AI lit on fire the most expensive Labubu, and y'all shouldn't get them. And Darth Vader's TIE Fighter is cooler
It's on
than
a
Labubu's.
teeth. That's a fake one.
Oh,
And,
it mimics Pazuzu, a Mesopotamian
Pazuzu.
demon.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's the demon from The Exorcist, so that's hilarious.
Oh, damn, it is.
but yeah, it
Yeah,
kinda
the
looks
Boobas
like
have
that.
9 teeth. This only has 7. That's a fake.
Well, maybe ChatGPT lost a tooth somewhere because I didn't actually buy one to light on fire. Although the thought did cross my mind that it might have been worth it. But
It's
There's a lot
crazy
of
it
better
got
things
that
to throw
close,
on
though.
fire for $500.
listen, it would be $500 well spent. Of course, I would have to start a new channel, but to make that video so that Zach didn't get any ad revenue to buy more Labubus with from
Yeah.
from the destruction of that one. But so it would have been a lot of work. But yeah, I'm pretty much 100% against Labubus, and this is war. And the Small Talk Instagram is going to be making fun of Labubus for the foreseeable future, and just pointing out all the things that you can have that are better.
The watches one is my favorite.
Yeah. Even that,
We'll keep-
even this guy is better than any Labubu's.
Dude, I still think of that picture where he's like got his hand on his head. The big
Yeah.
smile.
No.
I don't even know how to say his name, but getting this guy is superior to any Labubu. So you should do that.
King Namek.
There you go.
No, that's
What?
not
No.
the same.
It says it here,
It's
but I don't know how to say it.
Saichiro.
It's Guru.
Or the great guru.
The Great Garlu.
So yeah, he has
Yeah.
a second name. Right? He's
Guru.
not the Great Namek or something.
No, guru.
The Great
All right.
Namekian.
Well, we have some very amazing people, part of this great empire that we call the CW Network, that help us do what we do. We want to give shout outs to every single one of them, starting with Captain Fordo, Renee Mendez, Eric Mariscal, King Louie, Mark Pearson, Paul Schreiber, Equan, Chris Valen, Serena, Ben Thomas, David Jones, Sam Giss, Eric Switzer, Six Gun Figs, Badfish, Luke Skywalker, Griffin Campbell, Aaron Boverman, Comics, Dan Lee, Deanie Martin, Big Fern, Cesar Marroquin, Mark Phillips, Lisa Martin Bamansky, Jose CZ, Takathri, Wah, Aries Portillo, Alvin J, Aries Delgado, Toy Cartel, Sean Forrester, Manny Fresh 369, Joe Corpus, Pablo Meza, Cam Collects, Harry Dempsey, Mr. Musashi, Sith Scale Collector, Jared Gagne, Alberto Cortez, Big Rib, The Big Donk, Trevor Weed, Darren Illinger, Don Madon, Stephen Purchase, Sean Usby, Steve and Maria Stanley, Eddie Manzanares, Luis Bennett, Chip Perrin, Exodus, Abe Dunk TV, Gigi the Judgmental, and the classiest of class, Classy Thomas. And your May-June benefits were the OxCon 3 and the Toy Show sticker. And coming up soon, we will have those. So I think some already get them? No, Zach was just showing them, right? The figure stickers are on their way. And then the Dream Suds. Dean, do we have any more information on this?
I think Zach's buying the stuff right now, so it'll be soon that you make that.
The Dream Suds are, you know what? They're just somewhat more likely to ever be released than the Ray movie. Look at it that way.
No, this is definitely coming out, though.
Yeah, exactly. Unlike the Ray movie. Yeah.
That's
You
not
got it.
coming out.
Yeah, and the fucking Ryan Johnson trilogy, fucking cocksucker.
Powered
Well.
by Collecting Weekly, made in the Night Zone. I love that. Okay, and if you want to become a member of this great empire that is the Patreonies, we have the hot seat at $5. I'm sorry, the hot seat at $5. This gets you the digital benefits. Sweet Angel at $7.50. This is going to get you the stickers sent straight to your door and all of the replays. Certified Crispy for $15. You're going to receive the Certified Crispy certificate on first pledge. Assistance with figure fixes by Zach. International postage will be charged at cost for the certificates, and the stickers are sent every other month. And then the greatest tier, the What a Guy tier, you will get your Pogs Deluxe set on first pledge, double of all the stickers, previous benefits. International postage will be charged at $5 for the Pogs, and then the stickers are sent every other month. And we have the YouTube members, starting with 12-inch Moose Dreams, Absolute Irwin, Alex Black, Airlys Delgado, Aaron Salazar, Aaron Boverman, Ben Thomas, Big Rib, Bob Dylan, Chris Valen, Serena, Clinton Martin, CT603, DJ, Eddie Money Mendez, Garber, Harry Dempsey, Hordo, Howard Potts, Mike's Adventure World, Manny Fresh 369, Jake, Just Another Friday Nights, Justin Sports Cards, Jazzy, King Dingling, Luke Skywalker, LV Avenger 702, Figure in the Bubble, Mr. Sketch, OG Fan, 1/6 Figure Focus, Philip the Full, S Beam, Sam Giss, SpongeBob SquareBalls, Trevor Weed, and Universal Key. And if you want to become a member of the YouTube channel, you have the Patreon only for 99 cents and the Peanut Gallery for $2.99. And there you get your new loyalty badges and member icons here. And then we have the shows that run this great network, starting with Collecting Weekly Live on Tuesdays, After Dark on Wednesdays, OFACT and Small Talk and Movie Night on Thursdays. Chris, what do we got going for movie night?
Well, we had one last week, so that might be it for June. But we're working on some ideas, so we'll have an update soon. But I think OFAC has a recording coming up soon because they had to reschedule, so it is probably within the next week.
Right, they there were some things going on, right? So we had to miss last week. And then we have just another Friday nights, finishing out the week on Fridays.
Yeah, but just to restate, if you did miss the last movie night, it might have been one of our best and funniest episodes yet, because we really get going on some space alien topics. We talk about Predator, Killer of Killers, and a little bit of Andor chat as well.
The alien stuff's where it's at, dude. It's so fun.
It's pretty good.
We need to, what we should do? We should do like where we each bring in like maybe 2 or 3 of our most favorite conspiracy theories and try to convince each other.
Be a long episode. It's like almost one per episode, really. But
Okay, well, we can do that.
Maybe 2. But yeah, that'd be good. And you can send us your toy photography for Instagram, but will I get to it rather than just posting all the things that are better than Labubu's? I don't know. Like that might be the priority for a while. I mean, or I could take your toy photography and put the better than Labubu's frame around it if you like. If you send it in.
Take their photography and add Labubu's to it with ChatGPT.
Yeah, maybe we can find new creative ways to torture Labubu's with ChatGPT. I don't know.
Okay.
That would be funny to do some figure photography with like Ewoks or something like that. Trying
Yeah,
to
like a bunch of Ewoks ripping up
carrying
one.
them.
Yeah, that'd be good.
All right, guys, that is the show for this week. Are there any shout outs?
For me, just like you guys had some good numbers on that last small talk, and the last movie night was pretty good. Check out both of those if you missed them, because there's some evergreen content in both of them. That's it for me.
Yeah, shout out to the chat. Also Kaiju Daddy for all his input.
Yes.
For these SHF figures and stuff. So stay cool, everybody. It's hot out there.
I will be on Will Fox Vacation stream tomorrow, so tune into that. Hang out with us in the chat and throw some jambos. Actually, you can't throw jambos in this chat. Sorry.
Yeah, shout out to the chat. Thank you guys for making us part of your day. However you might be listening, whether it's on the replays, live, or on your favorite podcasting apps. We will catch you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.